Michael's wedding day began in chaos. Half an hour past the scheduled time, Brianna, his fiancée, still hadn't shown. In an empty dressing room, Madison, Michael's dedicated secretary of 5 years, was startled by his furious call. Michael's voice thundered with anger as he berated Brianna for the delay. Knowing his steadfast mantra to find a way when things went wrong, Madison made a split-second decision. She would step in and save the day, even if it meant assuming the role of the bride. At the ceremony, as Madison slowly approached the altar, Michael's shock was palpable. His eyes widened, and confusion mixed with anger as he demanded, "Where the hell is Brianna? And what do you think you're doing?" Madison's voice trembled with both apology and resolve, and though her explanation was feeble, the officiant proceeded with the ceremony. For the sake of appearances, especially with influential business associates and guests present, Michael forced a smile, and the wedding moved forward with Madison now as his unexpected bride. The reception was a mix of whispered judgments and mocking glances. Wealthy guests and even daughters of Michael's business partners, such as Mindy and her friend Anna, ridiculed Madison for the bizarre turn of events. Despite feeling humiliated, Madison found a moment of solace when a friendly out-of-town guest complimented her beauty. Soon after, Michael reached out, taking her hand and solemnly ordering, "Stay with me. Don't ever let go." Their ensuing kiss, both shocking and passionate, momentarily turned the scandalous wedding into a display of unexpected connection. After the ceremony, Michael's parents confronted him in the mansion, questioning the identity of his bride. In an uncharacteristically bold move, Michael declared, "She's my real bride now, not Brianna." Although his parents exchanged puzzled glances, they eventually accepted the situation. Yet, behind closed doors, the dynamic remained complicated. Michael's behavior vacillated between distant professionalism and unexpected tenderness, leaving Madison uncertain of her place in his life. In the days following the wedding, the reality of their new life together began to weigh heavily on both of them. Michael's coldness and erratic behavior as he switched between treating Madison like an employee and showing fleeting hints of care made the situation even more painful. One day, Madison inadvertently overheard Michael speaking softly on the phone with Brianna, revealing that he was still trying to contact his missing fiancée. The discovery sent a fresh wave of hurt through Madison, who already felt trapped by her unexpected role. Her challenges multiplied as she found herself juggling secretarial duties with managing the household. One morning, while preparing breakfast alone, she discovered Michael in a dire state in his room. Feverish, drenched in sweat, and clearly overwhelmed. Madison's concern overrode her personal anguish as she rushed to fetch cold compresses and water. With gentle care, she changed his clothes and applied a damp towel to his burning forehead. Although Michael insisted on heading to the bathroom, his condition worsened, and Madison's tender ministrations eventually helped him return to bed, allowing him the rest he so desperately needed. Amid the growing tension, Brianna eventually reappeared. In a calm, measured conversation, she explained that while she had been engaged to Michael, she had also been involved with his best friend, Dylan. Brianna confessed that when Michael proposed, she was so shocked that she had agreed before understanding the full implications. And on the wedding day, unable to face the truth, she ran away. Her admission, paired with a sincere suggestion that Michael and Madison made a better pair, left Madison with mixed feelings of sympathy and bitterness. The household atmosphere grew even more fraught when Michael's insecurities surfaced. While out for a quick meal at a nearby cafe, Madison encountered Logan, a jovial former coworker. Michael, passing by, immediately noticed their interaction and, with a darkening expression, summoned Madison away. "There's nothing going on between us," she stammered, cheeks reddening under his accusing gaze. Later, at dinner, Michael, normally composed and in control, became drunk and tearful. In a vulnerable moment, he confessed his ongoing pain about Brianna's betrayal and admitted that her memory still haunted him, leaving Madison to wonder about the authenticity of his feelings. Deeply affected by his behavior, Michael began to realize how he had taken Madison for granted. Determined to change, he sought advice from his college friend Lance on how to express affection and even flirt, a practice entirely foreign to the once strict and formal boss. With Lance's humorous yet sincere tips, Michael started to soften. At work, His tone grew friendlier and more collaborative. At home, his actions began to reflect genuine care. Simple gestures, like bringing Madison a canned drink or checking on her well-being, slowly chipped away at the cold distance that had characterized their early days as a married couple. One evening, as the two shared a quiet dinner at home, Michael's transformation reached a turning point. As Madison prepared to leave the room, he stepped in and blocked her path. "Why are you avoiding me?" he demanded softly, his face mere inches from hers. There was a vulnerability in his eyes that was both startling and endearing, a stark contrast to the cold, formal man of the past. In that intimate moment, Michael admitted, "I don't want to lose you, Madison. I don't want to take you for granted ever again." Overwhelmed by his honesty, Madison wrapped her arms around him, and they embraced tightly, sharing a moment of profound connection that promised a fresh start. The next day, as they prepared for a last-minute business trip to Aspen, the newly kind gestures continued. Michael's care was evident in small details, offering his jacket when Madison shivered, holding her hand gently on her lap, and even joking about sharing a bath together, a remark that left Madison laughing despite her initial embarrassment. The trip, originally framed as a business commitment, gradually evolved into a personal journey toward healing and understanding. Arriving in Aspen on a crisp, cold evening, the couple found themselves in an environment that contrasted sharply with the turmoil of the past. As they settled into their shared room, Madison grew anxious when Michael took longer than expected to return. Venturing into the garden, she eventually discovered him in a lush, indoor space bathed in soft light. To her astonishment, Michael was holding a microphone as guests began to gather. Without warning, he started to sing, a heartfelt ballad filled with raw emotion, the lyrics seemingly spoken just for her. The tender performance moved Madison to tears, and as Michael's song came to a close, the atmosphere shifted from one of reconciliation to celebration. Michael sank to one knee, revealing a small box with a shimmering ring. "Madison, will you marry me again?" he asked, his voice thick with emotion. In that suspended moment, overwhelmed by the sincerity and vulnerability in his eyes, Madison silently nodded. The crowd erupted into cheers as Michael embraced her tightly, and the couple sealed their renewed vows with a passionate kiss against the backdrop of a breathtaking sunset. In the days that followed, Michael continued to prove his commitment. At work, his previously stern demeanor softened further, and at home, his newfound affection and attentiveness became a regular part of their routine. Colleagues marveled at the transformation of the once formal boss into a caring, even playful partner, one who now shared lunches with Madison and willingly took on additional tasks to ease her burden. A month later, Michael and Madison planned a second, formal wedding ceremony, a true celebration of their union. This time, the event was set on a picturesque beach at an exclusive oceanfront resort in California. Madison, no longer the reluctant substitute but the genuine bride Michael had chosen, walked down a red carpet with her heart brimming with joy. Michael awaited her at the altar, his eyes filled with pride and deep love. As the officiant declared, "Congratulations to the newlyweds." Michael and Madison sealed their vows with a sweet, heartfelt kiss, the sunset illuminating their promise of a future together. Looking back, Madison realized that every twist and painful misstep had led to this beautiful outcome. The chaotic wedding, the betrayal, and the subsequent emotional trials had all been necessary steps in forging a deeper connection between them. Michael's willingness to change and his sincere efforts to show his love had transformed their tumultuous beginning into a journey of redemption and lasting commitment. In the end, Michael and Madison's story became a testament to the power of second chances and the beauty of true transformation. Their shared journey, from a desperate, impromptu wedding to a formal celebration of love, proved that even the most unexpected choices can lead to a happily ever after when both hearts are open to change and forgiveness. Together, they vowed never to take each other for granted again, embracing every moment as a chance to build a life filled with love, respect, and the promise of a bright future. Michael and Madison's story is a testament to the power of forgiveness, patience, and the courage to change for love. Through heartache, misunderstandings, and trials, they learned that true love isn't born from perfection, but from sincerity, effort, and the willingness to mend what's broken. Their happy ending wasn't just a stroke of luck. It was the result of two hearts choosing to embrace each other, despite the struggles they faced along the way.